to do a quick review with you before we go on and analyze words. And I'll tell you, every class that I've analyzed with this week has said, this is fun. So let's see if your class feels the same way. Okay, a couple of weeks ago, I think, you learned a rule. What rule did you learn? The rabbit rule. And the rabbit rule is helping me know what to do what. What am I doing when I have a rabbit rule word?
Double the letter.
To double which letter? The middle letter. Do I hear double letters if my teacher says the word? No. How many sounds do I hear right there in the middle? Only one. And you know what? That's the reason you're glad you're at Second Baptist School. Because children all across the nation hear their teacher say words, and they hear one sound in the middle, and guess how many letters they write for that sound? One. But you are learning when to write two. It's tricky, but you've learned it. Now, last week, you learned about the k sound right in the middle, right? So if I'm spelling the word pocket, I would spell it like this, right?
No.
Because I heard one sound right in the middle, and so I put two K's.
No.
Why are you shaking your head at me? Let's check this out. I know things about the rabbit rule, and so do you. How many syllables does a rabbit rule word have to be? Show me with your fingers. Two. Let's say this word and check and see if it's two. Pocket. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, one check. There we go. I know a rabbit rule word has to have what kind of vowel in the first syllable. Is it short or long? Show me with your fingers. Short or long?
Sure.
It has to be short. So let's check it out. Pocket. Is it short?
Yeah.
Okay. I know that for a word to be a rabbit rule, you have to only hear one sound in the dead middle of the word. So here we go. Pocket. Did I hear one sound right down in the middle?
Yeah.
Well, guys, if all three checkpoints are there, I know that I have to double. So I'm going to spell this word just like this. Why are you still fussing at me?
Because
what is going on?
K is one of the only letters that you can't double.
How many letters are there that cannot double in the English language? Does anybody remember?
6.
Almost. Very close, very close. Add one.
7.
You got it. There are 7 letters in the English language that never, ever, ever double. And they are H, K, Y, J, V, W, X. Now, have you done the chant for this?
No.
Okay, well, let's do it. Okay, let's do it together. HK, we're going to punch up because those are tall letters. YJ, we're going to punch down. And VWX, we're going to punch across, but we're not going to punch our neighbor. Here we go. HK, YJ, VWX, never double in real English words. Again, HK, YJ, VWX, never double in real English words. So, if K cannot double, what do I do?
You add a C instead and drop the K.
I don't use a K, but I use a C. Now, that is for the medial K sound. But this week, you are not spelling the medial K sound. You are spelling the K sound where? In the final position at the end. Is there one way to spell the K sound at the end of every word in the English language?
No.
No. How many ways are there? Show me with your fingers. 4. Am I just going to have to guess for the rest of my life which way I'm going to spell the K sound at the end of a word? I'm just going to have to guess for the rest of my life. Really?
There's a pattern.
There's a... You got the bonus point there. There are some patterns. What is the pattern? Can anybody tell me when I'm going to use CK to spell the K sound at the end of a word? What do you think?
It's when you have a short vowel before and a short vowel after.
What about in this word where there's only one vowel? we're going to use CK at the end of a one-syllable short vowel word. Excellent. What about K? Who can tell me about using the letter K? Somebody that's not talked to me yet. Tell me about K. When do I use it?
You use it
After a
after a vowel.
after a vowel. There's going to be two of them. Vowel pair. Very good. Like here. Or after something else.
Consonant.
You got it. Consonant. So, like in this word. And I like to say this. After a consonant or a vowel pair, when you hear the k sound, put a K right there. Now, when do we use KE? This one will be the easiest one for you to remember because it's been the same since you've been in kindergarten. We use KE after a, you got it, after a long vowel. So let's do think. Now, when do I use C? I use C when something's special.
2 syllables.
2 or 14 syllables. Any word that's more than one syllable, if it has that k sound at the end and the vowel before it is short. Now, if the vowel, if what is before it is a consonant or a vowel pair, guess what you'll still use? You'll probably still use this K. But we're thinking about words like attic, fantastic, where they've got a short vowel. Today, our job is to put our spelling words in 3 different categories, 3 different houses. We have to decide, is this word spelled the way it should be in the English language? I don't have to guess, it's just spelled the way it sounds. If a word is spelled just the way it sounds, what do we call that word? Tell me.
Regular.
Regular. If a word is spelled exactly the way it should be, there is no trick. You can sound it out and know exactly what to do. We're going to call it regular. But for the purposes of our game today, if a word is regular, instead of telling me regular, I want you to make this sound. Ding, ding. Can you try it?
Ding, ding.
Now, no more than 2 dings there, but we're just going to do 2 dings. So if a word is regular, you're going to say?
Ding, ding.
Okay. In the English language, there are words that are really weird. You say them, you think they are spelled one way, but there's something strange in the spelling. These words are not following the regular patterns. What do we call those words?
Irregular.
You got it. Irregular. Just a little vocabulary here. Anytime you see ear in front of a word, it means not. So this means not regular. Okay? Now, for the purposes of our game, instead of telling me that a word is not irregular, I want you to make this sound. Ready? I'm going to make it quick, and it's just going to be a short. Ready? There is one more category of words in our English language. This is the reason I had to correct our thinking about patterns and rules. There are words in the English language that seem like they're not regular. But because we go to Second Baptist School and our teachers are teaching us very important things, we know that it's okay to spell them like this. What kind of words? They may seem irregular, but there's a reason why. What do we call those words? Rule words. And for the purpose of our game today, if a word is a rule word, this is the sound you're going to make. Okay, ready? That's a sound that means I'm thinking about this. It's important that I really think hard because something is strange. Now, I'm going to put my word each time I write it in this box. That way, I don't tell you the answer of where it belongs. Your job will be to find where it belongs. We are also going to analyze some words that are not on your list. And teachers, this is an excellent way to pull in content vocabulary. If there are things that are not on the list and you've seen them in your books, you want to analyze those type of words to give them the exposure to other spellings. I think they are going to do fabulous. So here we go. we are going to put the first word on the board. And the word is, and I want you to just look at the word and then I'll ask you to read it with me. The word is
Rustic.
rustic. Now, I first need to find out how many syllables this is. Clap it. Rustic. How many syllables is it?
2.
If you ever see a word on the board and you don't know how many syllables it is and you don't know what the word is, let me give you a big hint. This will be important in middle school and high school. Count the vowels that make a sound. If you count the vowels that make a sound, that's how many syllables there are. So let's count the vowels that make a sound. 1, 2. I know it's going to be 2 syllables. The reason that Miss Guthrie said count the sounds that make, count the vowels that make a sound. How many vowels in this word make a sound?
1.
Only 1. There is how many syllables?
1.
That's just a little trick to help you remember how to know the way we're spelling the sound.
Yeah.
Is this the best way? Do we like the way we're spelling the sound?
Yes.
Do we like the way we're spelling the sound?
Yes.
How about the t?
Yes.
How about the I?
Yes.
How about the k at the end of a 2-syllable word?
Yes.
So this word is?
Ready.
Oh, what sound do you make? Ding, ding. Take your pencil, and here's what I want you to do. As you write it, I want you to name the letters or name the sounds. R, U, S, T, I, C. I forgot that I need to be writing in cursive for you, so I will do that on the next word. A scientist found out that there is a pathway in your brain that if you will move your mouth as you write, you don't even have to say it out loud, but if you will move your mouth and name the letters as you write, you will remember to spell it better. So if you don't want to say it out loud, try this. Just moving your mouth is a huge way of helping you learn your spelling. Here's the next word. Ready? All right. How many vowels make a sound?
2.
2. There are 2 syllables. Do you like the way we're spelling the k sound?
Yes.
How about the o?
Yes.
How about the a?
Yes.
The s?
Yes.
How about this right here? Do we hear another s? How about this? Do we like this?
Yes.
How about this?
Yes.
All right, so would this word be irregular?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because you can sound it out and you can spell.
If I sounded this word out, I would say k-l-s-ick and ick, and I would write 1 S in the middle, right? So what do we know about this? I already see a he's saying, How many of you did not get tricked and you knew this is a rule word? All right, once we write it in there, let's figure out why it's a rule word. Name the letters as you write and remember 2 S's. C, L, A, S, S. I will remember that. Why is this a rule word? What rule is it following? The rabbit rule. And why is it a rabbit rule word? Because it has 2 S's in the middle and I only hear 1. Now, I'm going to give you a word that some of you are going to get all upset about. You're going to fuss at me, I bet. How many sounded vowels in woodchuck? 2. So there are 2 syllables. Do you like the way we're spelling the w sound?
Yes.
How about the sound?
Yes.
How about the d?
Yes.
The ch?
Yes.
The
Yes.
the k?
Yes.
Nobody fussed. I thought somebody would fuss and say, no, it's 2 syllables. We have to use the letter what? C.
No.
But here's the deal. If a word is a compound word, it follows the rule or the pattern of that word. So chuck is a word. So since it is a word, the k sound comes right after the short vowel. It must be spelled with CK. If you have trouble remembering all of those letters, do one syllable at a time, but make sure you write them together. This word is?
Ding, ding, ding.
You got it. Would you help me write them? I'm going to do the right thing here. W, O, D, C, H, D, C. Did I do better?
Wow, you have pretty cursive. You have pretty cursive.
Oh, thank you. Here we go. Ready? The next word is
Shrink.
shrink. Do you like the way we're spelling the sh sound?
Yes.
Do you like the way we're spelling the r sound?
Yes.
Okay. Now when we get to this one, this is really supposed to be the I sound. So, do you like the way we're spelling the I sound?
No.
Really?
Yes.
How else would you spell the I sound?
Why?
It could be a Y, but Y is usually, well, it's usually in the middle, but it's usually in really long, fancy words. So, is this the best way of spelling I?
Yes.
Okay. Do you like the way we're spelling the sound?
Yes.
How else would you spell the sound? NG, but here's the problem. N, G, and K can never sit by each other. It's like 3 kids in a class that don't get along. N and K can sit by each other, and N and G can sit by each other, but N, G, and K can never ever sit by each other. So we have to choose. Do we need NG or NK to make the word shrink? We have to have NK. We can make the sound with this N. We cannot make shrink without a K. So we like this. How about this sound? Do we like it?
Yes.
When I read this word, the problem is I don't say shrink, do I? How do I say this?
Shrink.
Okay. You want to know why? Do you want to know why you say shrink? Make the sound. Now do something with me. Make the sound and then pinch your nose. Ready? Can you make the sound with your nose pinched?
No.
You cannot. It's a nasal sound. Listen. Listen. Stop. If you're truly pinching your nose, the sound will not come out. It's a nasal sound. If you're not pinching your nose correctly, it might. But that's not what we're doing. When you pinch your nose, the sound will not come out. It's a nasal sound. It's coming, stop, stop. It's coming out of your nose. So the sound before it will sound like it's coming out of your nose. So instead of saying shrink, it will sound like shrink. Okay? But it's not. We don't want to put an E there because the word is really not shrink. It's shrink. But it just sounds funny because of the nasal sound. So shrink is
Ding, 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 ding.
ding, ding. Name the letters as you write. S, H, R, I, N, K. The next one's going to be very important. So teachers, make sure you share this with the teachers that had to leave. The word is
Streak.
streak. Do you like the way we're spelling the sound?
Yes.
How about the t?
Yes.
How about the r?
Yes.
Do you like the way we're spelling the e sound?
No. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Some of you are saying yes and some of you are saying no. Here's the question I want you to ask yourself. If you hear the e sound in the English language, is this the first choice you use? Is this the best spelling for the E sound?
No.
No. What would be the best spelling for the E sound? You got it. And you know how I know that? Teachers, this is when this comes in really handy. And I think you're going to get one when you take scientific spelling online if you haven't already taken it. If there is ever one that some of the class thinks is okay and some doesn't, some don't, you want to look it up. So I'm going to look it up. And I'm going to read, and it says, the E sound in the initial or medial position of a one-syllable word should be spelled E-E. That's the best spelling. So is this the best spelling?
No.
Is it a spelling?
Yes.
Sure. Is it the best spelling?
No.
Okay. So what about the K sound? Do we like it?
Yes.
So this word is, it is irregular because it's not using the best choice. So let's go over to irregular and let's write and name our letters. Ready? S, T, R, E, A, K. Now you don't have to get out something red. I'm going to use something red. If you don't have something red near you, use your pencil. I want you to find the part of the word that was irregular. What part of this word was not the best choice? E-A, and circle it. That's the part of the word that causes this word to be tricky. I circle it in red because red makes me think I need to stop. I need to really stop and study this word, and this part especially. As soon as you've circled it, go ahead and put that away, and here is the next word. How many sounded vowels?
2.
The word is
Attic.
Do you like the way we're spelling the A sound?
Yes.
The T sound?
Yes.
You like this T sound?
Yes.
You like this I?
Yes.
You like this K?
Yes.
The word is?
Attic.
Okay, okay. I'm going to put it there.
No. It's rule. It's rule.
Do you see why I make the sound? It seems like it's regular. Some of you may think it's irregular. There's something weird about it, but you understand why, because you go to Second Baptist School and your teachers have taught you why. So what is this word? It is a rule word. Let's say the letters as we write. A, T, T, I, C. Now, as the year goes on, Ms. Richardson, and you think your class is really getting good at this might be a good way for them to work together as a pod. So we're going to try it. I just wanted to show you some different activities that you can do with analyzing. The other thing is, at the end of the second semester, this might be an excellent homework activity because they will have done it enough to know. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go around to one person in each pod, and I'm going to tap your head. If you are the one that I've tapped, you are going to be the one to play teacher, and you are going to ask, do you like the way we're spelling the, A sound? Do you like the way we're spelling the, and your team will decide. Don't write it down until we all discuss it together, okay? So I want you to be, if I tap your head, I want you to be the one that helps me by asking, do you like the way we're spelling the sound? So here we go. Look up here. You work with your group and see what you come up with. Okay?
Do you like the way we're spelling the Alright, how about this? Me.
Do you hear the discussions that are happening? That's what's so good about this. All right, go ahead and stop. And here we go. What did you decide? This word is? I loved the discussion. Oh. Okay, let's word.
Because the K isn't the only spelling, it could be Q.
For okay, let's check that out. Let's check it out. She's saying that there is another spelling for the K sound. So do you think there's a better spelling for the K sound? If you were hearing the K sound, would you choose Q before KE? What do y'all think? Okay.
In a French word.
The E?
Yeah, because the